Hey there, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Welcome to day one of our new annual challenge, Supersize. We are going to supersize and grow our businesses this year like never before by doing one thing every day, one small thing every day to take us from where we are to where we want to be. And that is today's topic. Welcome. Commit to yourself today that you're going to do something every day to make your life better and your business better. And I am going to say simplify and run more smoothly, because that's the emphasis. The older I get, the more important I know that it is that we create systems and processes to keep things moving forward for our business, whether we're there or not on any given day or any given moment. I will clearly admit I tried to do this on the school platform because that is where this year's Supersize Your Business Supersizing annual challenge is going to live, but it zoomed in on my face, so like all you saw was like my hand or my face giant on the screen. And to me, maybe some egotistical people want to see their face that big, but I certainly don't want anybody to see my face that big up close and personal. So for right now, I will continue recording on Facebook Live early in the morning, so I don't get interrupted very much. And we're going to create something awesome this year for each and every one of us individually, but also collectively. So today, our action item is to just ask ourselves, what does supersize and supersizing my business look like for me? What are my results right now? And not a big giant audit, just your gut instinct feel. Write a paragraph about what's going on right now. That's your current identity. And that is the culmination of everything you've done up until this point, right? To grow and build and supersize your business. Now, write that down, set it aside, and then write down, I'm going to say just by the end of this year. Normally I say your biggest, hairiest, most audacious goal and objective and vision for your business, but let's just do to the end of this year. And write down exactly what your business looks like, whatever categories are most important to you. If you already are doing key performance indicators, what are the key performance indicators now? What do you want them to be by the end of this year? And everybody's got a different take on how they approach questions like this, right? I go for, what is the biggest, best possible version of me? A lot of people say, well, what can I do in 30 days or 60 days or 90 days? And the truth is, they've done a ton of studies on this, scientists, people wiser than me and have more time on their hands to do things like this. And they have found that human beings tend to overestimate what they can do in the short term, but totally underestimate what they can create in the long term. I deal with a lot of business owners, a lot of people wanting to grow and build their business. And they have this, I want to go from $0 to $1 million this month mentality, but they don't realize that to do that, you have to have and be the business and the person that's capable of handling that. Otherwise, you might get there, you might have something amazing happen and you get to $1 million in 1 month, but then it'll implode or explode or stop because you don't have the framework and the structure and the things in place to maintain that and create that on an ongoing basis. So we're going to fix that this year. We're going to create and go from where we are to where we want to be. But first, we have to know what that is for each and every one of us. You have to know what it is for you. I have to know what it is for me. And I've done this work lots of times for myself, but I start it over again every single year because the specific things I'm working on, the specific priorities I have, which we'll talk about those over the next few days, change every year. They actually change from the beginning of the year to the end of the year. And I do an exercise, and we'll do it here in this year's challenge too, where we look at them and we rate them objectively, because a lot of the things that we look at are subjective and there is actually not a way to physically measure them. So we have to have a rating scale and a way of doing that. So today, what is our action item? Enjoy the day, first day of the new year. That's the first and foremost, most important thing for us to do today. And secondly, just spend a few minutes doing this. Jot it down. I'm going to definitely recommend that you grab yourself a notebook of some sort for, I can't put in my drawer, this year's challenge. Every year, I usually start a new notebook. But last year, I filled my notebook up so fast that I had to start a new notebook. And I barely scratched the surface of it. So I'm going to continue to use that one until it fills up. But any kind of notebook, whatever works for you, to actually do the action items in. I like this one because it's a carry around size, but I would probably fill it up really fast with just a couple of days. So find one that works for you, one that makes you feel good when you look at it so that you won't dread writing in it and doing the action item. A lot of our action items, I will try to keep under 10 minutes because I know we are all super duper busy individuals and human beings. And if I expect you to do hours and hours worth of stuff, you will never do it. And the point is for you to do a little thing every day. So by the end of this year, your business is literally 365 ways better than it is right now today. I think that's a great transformation and an easy promise to fulfill if you just do the things every day. And like I said, a day here and there, I might challenge you, or I might recommend a tool or an activity that is hard for you. None of them are difficult, right? But it might be hard for me, or it might be hard for you because it's actually an area of our business or our life that maybe we've been avoiding or not paying attention to, or convincing ourselves that the results are different, or the reasons for the results are different than they actually are. And I'll share some actual in our face truths this year because people won't tell you them, but you need to know, things like you are 100% responsible for everything that happens to, in, and about your business. Nobody else, you, because you started it, right? It's just like our relationships. I'm responsible for everything in all my relationships because I'm choosing to be in that relationship. Again, that's one of our life framework areas. We're going to dive into that too, because business is all about exchanging value with other human beings, which means relationships. All right. So where you are right now, where you want to be by the end of the year. Any questions about this? Just hit me up and ask. Otherwise, have an absolutely amazing first day of the year. And I'll, of course, be with you tomorrow.